Good morning all. So here we are constructing development of the rectangular prism here. So first we'll be drawing an XY line of thickness 0.13 mm. Okay. Then I'll be mentioning XY and VPHP, that is first quadrant. You can see here the angle line we should draw at 40 degree. So for that I will be giving minus 140 degree. Okay. Then I'll measure the angle. Then I will construct a rectangle of dimension 30 into 20. I will go to rectangle by center. I'll select thick line 0.50 and enter 30 into 20, width 30, height 20. So I'm just placing it. Now using move command, I'm going to select that entire thing and place it with that corner position here. Now using rotate, I'm going to place it. Okay. Now you can give the namings here and the dimensions. You can give the naming, that is ABCD. That is A, that is B, that is C, and that is D. Okay. Now we have to find out the center of this rectangular prism. So I'll be drawing diagonals, thin diagonal lines here. I'll be marking that as O, center of the axis. Okay, now I'm drawing the projection lines. Okay, now we have to see the axis length. Axis length is 60 mm. So first I'll be drawing an axis line for 60 mm. Okay, 60, enter, and all those lines with the continuous line I will be drawing for 60 mm. Can show the dimension here. Now we have to draw an section plane. Okay, section plane. So for that front view, so I'll be mentioning here only A dash. So however given in the solution book, so I am following the same procedure here. Okay, we have to draw a section line at an angle of 45 degree exactly at the midpoint of the axis. So I'm going to split the axis exactly at the middle point. Okay, so that I can show the dimensions also. Okay. Now I'm drawing an angle for 40 degree, that is section plane. For that I'll select an axis. Okay, using extend to next command, I'm going to extend this line. Okay, so the upper portion of that cut part, I'm going to make it thin. The lower part we should make it as a thick line. Okay, using the split command, I'm going to split it where exactly it has been cutted. Okay, so it will be easy for us to do the thick and thin line difference we can able to create it. Okay, I can select the lines and make it thin. Now, so we have to write the numbers where the actually cutting has happened. So we mentioned 1 is exactly occurring at the vertical edge A, and 2 is occurring at the B, and 3 is occurring at the C, and 4 it is exactly occurring at the D point. So we are getting the exact points here. So by doing the splitting, so it will be convenient for us when we draw the projection lines. It will be helpful when we do the development here. Okay, so now we are starting the development. So I'll make that line as continuous. So every time you just check in which type of line you are using it, so that it will be helpful. Okay, now you can see it is an rectangular prism. So I'll be starting with A. From A to B, you can just see it is 20 mm. So I'll be using offset command. I'll be giving the distance of 20. Okay, give the distance of 20, enter. So you have to take it on the forward side. You have to make sure here, you may be getting on either side. You have to make sure you have to get it on the forward side. Okay, next from that is your point B, capital B. Next from B to C it is 30 mm, 30. Again you use the offset and give 30, enter. So you're getting 30. Okay, next, so that is your point C. Now from C to D, again it is 20 mm. Again go to offset, select the line and click and enter. Click on the forward side so that you will get 20 mm exactly on the right side. So that is your point C and D. Now from D to A, again it is 30 mm. So again go to offset, give 30, enter. So we have to get it on the forward side. So in order to go back, you can enter Control Z. Okay, you'll get it. That is A. Now we will be projecting the lines from here, the cut points. Sometimes we can project it, sometimes you have to measure the distance. If it is occurring exactly on the vertical edges, so we can directly just projecting it, we get it as we are getting in this problem. Okay, but if you do not get it on the vertical edges, then in those cases you need to measure the distance. But in this case you are getting everything on the vertical edges of A, B, C, D. So just by projecting the lines horizontally, we can get the exact points on the vertical edges. Okay, now we can mention 1, 2, 3, 4 here. That is 1, and that is 2, that is 3, and that is 4. Now we can join here from 1 to 2, okay, then 2 to 3, then 3 to 4, and 4 to 1, and then we can join. Okay, now the upper portion of it, using the split command, I'm going to split it so that I'll make it as a thin line. Using the split command I can do it, so that the retained cut portion, remaining cut portion, we can show it in the dark line. I think it is not cut it exactly, so we need to cut it properly. You can zoom in, okay, zoom in and select the exact point so that it will get splitted. Okay, zoom and see it exactly. Okay, now we can select each of these lines and make it thin. Okay, can select individually each of these lines and make it thin. Okay, zoom in and select and make it 0.13. okay, okay, so this completes the problem. You can subscribe for the channel and hit on the bell icon for the latest notification, and share it to the maximum students so that they can be benefited from this channel. Thank you all. You have to draw the development of this rectangular prism. You can see here it is having dimension 40 into 25, so axis height 65. So resting with the longer side at an angle of 30 degree, so that means you have to draw 30 degree angle line, and then you have to place this rectangle, and then here axis given 65. Okay, first I'll be drawing an angle line. So first I'll be drawing an XY line here and mention VP, HP, XY. Okay, now angle line we have to construct. So angle line for 30 degree. So here I'll be giving an angle of minus 150 degree. Okay, minus 150 degree I will give the angle here. We can show the angle 30 degree. So we have to construct an rectangle here, rectangle of dimension 40 into 25. Okay, so we can place it with the longer edge here. So I have to make it thick here, 0.50 mm thick. using the rotate command. So select the longer edge and place it on the angle line. You can give the naming here. Okay, A, B, C, D, we can mention it. Okay, you can give the center as O. Okay, drawing the diagonals, we get the center point of this rectangle. Zoom in and you can draw a projection line here. Draw an axis. For length 65. Okay, now other lines also we draw it for the same length. Okay, so here for okay, now it is drawn here. So we have to cut the section plane. You can write the bottom face notation as it is there in the solution book. A dash, B dash, O dash, D dash and C dash. Okay. Now here exactly at the midpoint, so we have to draw an angle line for 40 degree. So midpoint it is showing in the axis line. Okay, yes, there, from there I'll give the angle 40 degree, enter, then extend. So using extend to next command, I'm going to extend downward also. Okay, so we can show the angle using angle between here. In the upper part of it, I'll be showing with the thin line. So I'll be splitting it using split command. अभी नहीं आ रहा. So you have to select that upper part and make it thin. Okay. Okay, now we can write on the cut points name here. You can mention 1. It is exactly occurring at the vertical edges. Okay. Okay, now we can project it easily. Okay, we draw the development here. We draw a vertical line, and here I will be giving that as A, capital A. Okay, Okay, we draw a vertical line here. For AB it is 25 using offset command. So you can give AB. From BC it is 40 mm. Again I'll use offset command. Okay, and again from C to D it is 25 mm. Using offset command I will give 25. Enter. Okay, so you can draw the vertical lines here for a distance of 25 mm. Okay, and then again from T to A it is again 40 mm. So use the offset command here, give 40, enter 40, and then click. So you have to be careful when selecting the vertical edge here. Now we can draw horizontally the projection line so that we can get it here, exactly the points here. Okay, so in this problem it is we are cutting on the vertical edges, so there is no problem here. You can mention it. Mention 1 2 3 4 and again 1. Okay, now we can join these 1 2 3 4 points with the straight line, with the thick line. Okay, the upper portion I will make it as thin line by using split command. Okay, I'll show the dimension here. Okay, you can subscribe for this channel, okay, and share it to the maximum students so they can benefit it, and hit on the like button and hit on the bell icon so that you can get the latest notification about this subject. Okay, so this completes the problem. Okay, many of the students are just watching the videos and they are not subscribing for the channel, so I'm requesting for everyone to subscribe for the channel and share it to the maximum students. Thank you all. Thank you for watching.